ที่ท่านกำลังเจออยู่เราสามารถลดปัญหาหรือแก้ไขปัญหาให้ท่านได้แต่มากกันนะครับเราเน้นพวกท่านเป็นจุดตั้งเราเน้นลูกค้าเป็นจุดตั้งเราไม่ได้คิด Product ขึ้นมาแล้วก็โอ้โห Product นี้ดีน่าจะเป็นไปได้แต่เราเอาปัญหาของลูกค้าปัญหาพวกท่านมาตั้งแต่เราไม่ได้มองฝ่ายเทคโนโลยีอย่างเดียว CTO IT Director IT Manager แน่นอนครับเขาเซฟเวลาแต่ฝ่าย Finance CFO หรือ Finance Team ก็ตามเขาเซฟอะไรฮะเขาเซฟงบประมาณแล้ว End User ในที่สุดก็แฮปปี้นี่คือประเด็นที่สำคัญแต่ถ้าเกิดเรามองภาพใหญ่กว่านั้นเองนะครับชู IDC มองว่าด้วยกันทุกคนนะครับในห้องนี้เรามีการพูดถึงเรื่อง Digital Economy กันเยอะมากการที่ Digital Economy เกิดขึ้นนะครับมันต้องมีแน่นอน Device แน่นอนมันต้องมี Internet Connectivity และแน่นอนมันต้องมี Data Center and Cloud การที่ประเทศไทยเราจะเป็นที่หนึ่งของ Digital Economy ในประเทศไทยแล้วในอาเซียนเราต้องร่วมมือกันอย่างน้อยวันนี้สิ่งที่ท่านจะได้ภายในเวลา 6 โมงเย็นท่านจะได้ยินแต่ world class speaker ว่าแต่ละ stack เนี่ย in detail เทคโนโลยีล่าสุดเป็นยังไงแต่ช่วยแก้ไขหรือลดปัญหาที่ท่านประสบอยู่ตอนนี้วินาทีนี้ยังไงแล้วเดินออกไปจากห้องนี้ทุกคนจะเข้าใจเพิ่มขึ้นว่าทั้งหมดเนี่ยที่อยู่ในห้องนี้จะช่วยสนับสนุน Digital Economy ของประเทศชาติเรายังไงขอบคุณครับขอไมค์ด้วยครับงั้นเรามาเริ่มกันเลยเราจะเริ่มกันด้วยแต่ละ stack นะครับแต่ละ stack แต่ละ stack แต่ละ stack เราจะเริ่มกันด้วยที่เป็น data center ซึ่งเรามีพาร์ทเนอร์ที่เดินบินมาเพิ่งลงมาจากเครื่องบินเมื่อเช้านะครับที่ลอนดอนนะครับแล้วมาถึงที่นี่เลยครับเพื่อที่จะมาพูดวันนี้ So I'd like to invite our first speaker as part of today's session we're going to start stack by stack. The first stack, we're going to start with the data center. So I'd like to invite SuperNap's representative, Stephen Watlin, the CEO of Switch Thailand.
Good afternoon, everyone. And firstly, just like to say thank you to True for letting me come to speak, and thank you all for attending. I'm Stephen Watling, SuperNap, and I've been involved in data centres, designing, building, and operating for probably over 20 years now. And really just wanted to come here today to tell you a little bit about what SuperNap is and what makes SuperNap data centres, I think, very, very special. First of all, I'll just let you know a bit about what SuperNap International is. SuperNap International is a joint venture between SuperNap in the US and Accelero Capital and Orascom Telecom. SuperNap International has the exclusive rights for deploying SuperNap data centres everywhere in the world outside the US. So why is that interesting, and why did we start with SuperNap International, and why did we start on the path of a global expansion? Well, clearly the fact that everyone's here today and a lot of what you're going to hear today probably supports what we believe, and that is that the data centre market continues to grow. Data storage and traffic continues to grow at a phenomenal rate. Large data centres are leading and helping to support that expansion. Many, many data centres that were built in the first phase of development that are 10 or 15 years old are no longer fit for purpose. And all of these things together, we really believe are beginning to drive towards larger scale data centres located with a fewer number but that are highly resilient and more efficient. So why am I so excited about having the ability to roll out SuperNAP data centres across the world? If I can just tell you a bit about the story of SuperNAP in Las Vegas, and hopefully this will give you a good understanding of why I'm so excited about it. SuperNAP started out in Las Vegas in 2000. We now have 8 data centres, 8 SuperNAPs located in Las Vegas. Number 9 is being built at the moment, and number 10 is in planning. When number 9 is complete, we will have over 20,000 cabinets installed. We have over 500 megawatts of power capacity to the 9 facilities. We'll have over 200,000 square metres of co-location space there. This is on a very, very, very large scale. We can deliver cabinet loads in excess of 40 kilowatts, and our current largest cabinet deployment is 45 kilowatts per cabinet. We can do that by still maintaining annual PUEs of a 1.18 with a best of 1.08. Some of you may have seen also some of the press last week. We have a $1 billion US investment that's going into Reno in northern Nevada, which starts construction very shortly for completion next year. That will take us upwards of 30,000 cabinets in the Nevada area. We also guarantee 100% uptime. In the 14 years that we've been open, we have never ever given one credit back for any failure or downtime. We guarantee 100% uptime. So in summary, we've got a highly efficient data centre that's absolutely 100% uptime, and we can deliver cabinet loads that are not seen in the market efficiently and resiliently. And we think this is very, very special. What else makes us special? We have over 200 patents granted or pending on our technology for the data centre and the cooling and power technology. These are our own inventions and our own thought leadership. We're continually striving to provide the most efficient, most resilient, most powerful data centres in the world, and we will continue to do so. And we're very proud of our patents and our intellectual property, and we work hard to protect that. So what does a sort of SuperNAP look like in section? Well, most of this you would recognise: generators, power rooms, power spine, our data hall space itself, and our cooling units. I'll talk about 2 or 3 of these items in a bit more detail. But I think the most important thing I would raise here, looking at this slide, is the modular deployment. Everyone says, yeah, this must be great, you're very resilient, you're very efficient, you build on this big scale, but this must be very, very expensive. Well, it isn't, because we build on a modular basis. We always try to meet our deployment of capital expenditure against customer demand. And we have a very, very modular system that enables us to deploy power, cooling, to meet that customer demand. We're never deploying large amounts of infrastructure and then wondering how we will ever catch up. we think this modular deployment and the ability to deploy it on such a large scale is a real bonus for us, because we're able to be very, very flexible with customers that come into our co-location market. We sell from 1 cabinet up to 1,000 cabinets or beyond. But wherever we are, we're able to meet that deployment and make it very economical for people to come to us. I'll just focus on 2 or 3 elements that in our data centres that are particularly relevant to why we're so efficient. Our ability to achieve industry-leading PUEs while still cooling cabinets of 40 plus kilowatts. And I'm not talking about 1 cabinet, I'm talking about rows and rows of cabinets at those loads. Our cooling is done by air. We have no raised floors. We deliver cooling from the top down. We're not trying to force air through a raised floor, through a small grill. We're creating a data centre of cool air. We work enormously hard to maintain our hot and cold aisle containment and our air management. And by doing this, we're able to deliver high density racks with air efficiently. It's hard work, the air management, but we really work hard, and we into our customers how important it is to maintain the integrity of what we do within the space. We have our own proprietary product, which is called a T-skiff, which you can see here. This is effectively our hot and cold aisle containment mechanism. We have patents on the T-skiff, and using this, we're able to keep our hot and cold aisle and our air management in place. The other thing about a T-skiff, which people say, yeah, but how do I put my cabinets in there? T-skiffs were purposely designed to take any cabinet of any height, any width, any size, and still maintain strict hot and cold aisle containment. Air handling unit. I say all our cooling is done by air only. We have patents on our air handling products. These are purposely built for SuperNap. Every air handler sits outside the building. There's no water inside the building. There's no large space loss to cooling units within a data space. The units have many modes, or 4 main modes of operation, but there are infinite steps within those modes. We have a very, very complex management system that is always looking at what we're doing within the space, comparing that with outside, picking the most optimal form of cooling to provide to our space, and that's to give us such leading PUEs and efficiency. So why can we guarantee 100% uptime? We have a triple power delivery system. We have 3 systems, red, blue, grey. Each and every cabinet has a primary and a failover power circuit. Providing we provide that to every cabinet, we guarantee 100% uptime. Every client from 1 cabinet upwards gets true system plus system performance. We believe with our power infrastructure delivery system, when we deploy this, that 100% uptime is clearly possible. Again, there's some more images. This one is through our power spine, where you can see the reds and the blues and the grey systems, and the top is through one of our switch rooms. Just also want you just to look at the quality. These are not pictures just taken for this presentation. That is the quality of the installation, the cleanliness, the attention to detail. If you walked into the facilities in Las Vegas now, it would look exactly the same as that. Wherever we are in the world, it will look exactly the same as this. The other thing that makes us unique is we're Tier 4. Not just Tier 4 design, and then we stop and we go and build something else. We're Tier 4 for our design, for our constructed facility, and we're gold for our operations. As a co-location facility on a large scale, to achieve the Tier 4 certifications at that level is a world-class accomplishment. And this was echoed by Uptime themselves when they'd completed all of the certification. Wherever we deploy in the world, our facilities will be Tier 4 certified for design, constructed facility, and gold for operations. Told you a lot about SuperNAP there, and it's easy for me to say here and say this is a world-leading data centre. But it's not just me saying it. We have over 600 customers now located within our facilities in Las Vegas. We have over 15,000 cabinets sold and 20,000 cabinets next year. We have some of the largest global companies in the world who trust us to look after their valuable IT assets. So it's great that you've listened to me, but there are 600 plus customers out there that say the same thing and trust us. With that, I'll leave you. Thank you very much for listening and giving me the opportunity to give you a very quick run through on SuperNAP and the data centres. Should you want more details, we have a booth at the back. Just leave your card in there and I'll make sure that you'll get emailed a brochure. And clearly, should any of you find yourself in Las Vegas for whatever reason in the near or distant future, there's an open invitation for anyone to ever come and see these facilities. We're very, very proud of them and we welcome anyone to come and see them. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Steve. So the key message from Steve is that SuperNAP is a Tier 4 data center with a guaranteed uptime of 100%. เป็น data center Tier 4 ส่วนใหญ่ประเทศไทยเรามีแค่ถึงระดับ Tier 3 นะครับแล้ว guarantee uptime 100%ฟังเรื่อง data center เสร็จเรียบร้อยละ Let's move to the cloud. So in terms of our next speaker, I'd like to invite Amazon's technology evangelist, Chris Hampersumian, on stage, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. And thank you for True for inviting me today to speak. It's a wonderful day. Really great that True are taking this initiative to enable you to experience the value of the cloud. The cloud is a massive shift in IT. It's the biggest technology shift, certainly in my lifetime. I've spent about 20 years working in infrastructure. And I have some slides, I think. I've spent about 20 years doing it, and I'm excited. You know, you have to choose the technology change, which is going to... You have to choose the technology which is really going to make a difference. And I think cloud is going to make a difference to every type of business. Amazon has around, I could do with some slides. Here we go. I have some slides. So as I say, if I didn't introduce myself, my name is Chris Hampersumian. I'm a technology evangelist, so I like to talk about cloud. I love this screen, by the way. This is great. I can point things out as we go. So cloud is transforming businesses. So every type of business, from startups to global enterprises, government organizations, education establishments, is transforming all sorts of businesses. But first, I'll define what we mean by cloud, because cloud is used for all sorts of things. Some of you have used perhaps Dropbox or Spotify. These are kind of consumer cloud services that you use as a consumer, and you put your data in the cloud. That's not the cloud I'm talking about. I'm talking about the delivery of IT resources delivered over the internet on a pay-as-you-go model. That's what Amazon refer to as a cloud technology. So the old days, if you're a startup or any business for that matter, you'd have an idea. You'd need to do a purchase order some servers, take delivery, rack, patch, install, and start using those servers. And the lead time might be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Then you need to install your software, and then you need to start working. So, there's been a big gap. Amazon Web Services deliver that computer that you may have previously ordered immediately. You log into the console, you deploy an instance. It might take you a minute. So that's why it's transforming businesses. It's removed a barrier for entry. So not only is it very, very fast, there's no capital expenditure. It's pay as you go. So if you use it for 1 hour, you pay for 1 hour. Now this is important. If your cloud provider says, yes, we'll give you a virtual machine and you can pay for it for a year, that's not what we believe cloud is. We believe cloud is pay as you go, and when you stop using the service, you stop paying for the service. That gives you lots of flexibility. So, what that does, it breeds innovation. So you can try something, you can experiment with something. You can have an idea. You can immediately put your idea into practice. You don't have to spend lots of money. And then if it doesn't work exactly as you planned, you can shut down your services and stop paying for them. So the risk is very, very low. That's why it's making so much difference to businesses. And what it allows a business to do, instead of concentrating on having an IT department who, yeah, that's going to take some time or going to cost some money, it allows the business to just think of ideas and just be creative and try things, experiment things. I'll give you just one example, actually. Kempinski Hotels, the hotel that we're here in today. They're all in on the cloud. They decided they had too many IT people and too many servers and co-location and data centers and facilities and loads of things they didn't need. And they decided to move all of their web properties, and if you booked to stay here on the web, you used Amazon Web Services via the Kempinski website. And it allows them to concentrate on delivering a brilliant hotel and great services. So this is why it's transforming businesses, because it allows them to focus on what differentiates them and not focus on how good their IT team is when they're actually a hotel. So today I'm going to talk about some of those reasons, like why it's transforming businesses. But before I get onto that, I'll talk about how Amazon came to be delivering computer resources via the cloud. So how did we go from a retailer, originally a book retailer, an e-commerce platform, into